Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Mobius 9 light round pendant. This is going to be the 131102. Awesome piece, a lot of details. Let's hop into the size of it to begin with. So the body of the fixture is going to be each of those Mobius shades coming down, independent of what's going on above it, the cables. And so each one is going to be 11.3 inches high, and then overall, you're looking at 20.5 inches in diameter, and that's going to be basically the same thing for the canopy up in the ceiling. So this is a fixture that has the ability to be long and slender, coming off like a foyer or something like that, and pretty long because you're going to have an opportunity to be almost, well, actually as long as 130 inches long, which is awesome. So overall height, and now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling, and remember this is going to be adjustable, 14 to 130 all in. It's going to be divided up into two different lengths that you can choose on the pull down menu. So your standard is 14 to 80, long is 14 to 130. Very simple. Coming in at only 22 pounds. So it's going to be able to hang from your 4-inch junction box really easily without any problem at all. Let's talk about canopy up in the ceiling. That 20.5-inch canopy is going to be about this thick. It's going to have a transformer in it. And what that's going to be doing is transferring your line voltage down to low voltage, going down through those cables, which are perfectly safe to touch. And that's going to be going into all the sockets that are going to be using a low voltage LED, which we'll get into details in just a second. Okay, back to the canopy for a second. Little detail on the canopy. When you choose a finish for this, it's going to be all the parts except the cable coming down. It's also not going to be including what's called the canopy can, and that's going to be the canopy round part that's touching your ceiling. That's always going to be black. The faceplate that's pointing down is going to be one that you can choose your finish. Those little silver dots you see where the cables go in are called grippers. So what happens is during your installation, you're going to be able to take that cable and push it into that canopy to bring these kind of and get them where you want them to be. Obviously, you're going to stagger them going down. And then once you get them in one place, you'll notice in the install instructions that you can be trimming them later. During your installation, if you want to bring them back down again, you can use your thumbnail and push on those grippers, and they'll release and let you kind of bring it back down and kind of line them up to where you want them to be. Okay, and also the other thing is in that canopy, there's going to be other places where you can attach it to the structure of your building. It's not going to necessarily just hang from this. A way to show you that in detail is to look at the installations instructions. If you're on the page for this, on HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on this side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. So that's going to show you a full parts list of everything it's going to come with this, everything you need to put it all together. It's going to also show you how it goes together. A little detail also of there's going to be a glass diffuser that's going to be going over the socket, hiding the bulb inside of each of these, and you'll kind of see that on those install sheets. But it shows you the inside of the canopy, which is pretty cool. So it shows you all the details that you really want to see before you buy this. Those are details you can't see in a photograph or in a video, so take advantage of it if you guys can. Okay, so those shades are going to be using Hubbardton Forge's Frost. It's kind of a composite fabric. Kind of here, it's very stiff. It's snowy white. So it gives a very beautiful diffused look, and that's it on this. Great, awesome. Okay, let's get into the bulb on this. It's going to be using a G4. That's a very small, low voltage LED, and your max per light is going to be 4 watts. So 4 watts is equal to about a 20-watt halogen, low voltage halogen, which is quite a bit of light. So you can go up to that full 4 on each of these, or when you go looking at bulbs, you're going to be noticing you can do 3s, 2s, and 1.5 watts to get you in different places. So a 1.5 watt is equivalent to about a 20-watt bulb. 4 is going to be equivalent to a 40-watt bulb. It's a dimmable fixture. Make sure that when you guys are looking at bulbs that you buy dimmable ones if you can. Great way to find bulbs on this is basically just go to Amazon. Amazon's got great setup for these G4 bulbs, and just put into their search G4 LED and up will pop a full plethora of everything you've ever wanted to see about these bulbs. A couple things to notice: they're going to say if they're dimmable or non-dimmable. They're also going to give you the color choice of the light, and most of them are going to be 2700 Kelvin, which is that warm, really warm light, like an incandescent, almost like an incandescent that's been dimmed down. That's how warm 2700 Kelvin is. If you can find some that are 3000 Kelvin that are dimmable and they're in the wattage equivalent that you want, you might want to grab those, only because they're a little bit brighter It's just something to think about. But anyway, there's a lot there, and they're very affordable too when you buy them in this way. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.